What is up, everybody, and welcome back. Today we are going to do a deck review that is a request I got from a previous deck review that I did. And before we do that, you might notice that I am in a little bit of a different space today. This is actually my mother's house. She's away camping in Lake Tahoe for the weekend, so I thought I would come by, make sure nobody breaks in and steals all of her shit. But it actually works out because it just so happens that her place is a lot more glamorous than mine, which is a perfect segue into the deck we're going to be looking at today. The Glamour Nugget Gambling Hall Playing Cards by Expert Playing Card Company. These cards were meant to be a duplicate or parody of the Golden Nugget Playing Cards, which is a vintage card back that is no longer printed but highly sought after. These cards claim to embody everything that made those cards so special. If you know me, you know that I do love a good deck of Expert Playing Cards, so I'm very excited to review this deck and let you know what my thoughts are. But before I do, let's give you the tour.
Closer to heaven when I'm in your arms, feeling you're present when you're near or far. Who would have guessed we'd end up where we are? Even I had doubts. Don't tell me where we're gonna go, just take me. Right now, every time you close, I'm shaking. Yeah, you're the only one who knows how to save me. Don't tell me where we're gonna go, just take me, just take me.
Whoa. So anyway, guys, that was a quick tour of the house. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be here today, but I probably am going to film a few more things here this weekend, so make sure you stay tuned for that. You can see a little bit more of the house. There's like 100 different locations within this house that I could film. Anyway, guys, I promised you that we were going to review a deck, so without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the Glamour Nugget Playing Cards by Expert Playing Card Company. So, the Glamour Nugget Gambling Hall Playing Cards. As you can see from the clip, I have the maroon ones here. Also have the orange ones. Now they come in a bunch of different colors. There was like a limited run of pink, there's blue, green, there's a brown one, a black and gold one, all kinds of different colors. They're almost sold out of all of them. The only two that I could get my hands on right away were these two. I would love to have the green ones and the blue ones, and especially the pink ones, but unless I want to pay $30 for them on eBay, it's just not gonna happen. But we'll take a look at the maroon ones for now. The front of the tuck case just says Glamour Nugget Gambling Hall. It's mirrored. This is the back design of the cards. The back has that same design, and you get this blue seal. It says the Las Vegas Playing Card Company. These cards were actually printed by the Expert Playing Card Company in Taiwan, but this is just for the sake of duplicating the original Golden Nugget tuck box. The bottom just says Downtown Las Vegas, Nevada, and it says Glamour Nugget on both sides. Now, if you guys have seen many parodies of gambling hall or casino grade playing cards, a common trend is a lot of them just have the name of the cards on the side, Las Vegas on the bottom, and then the back design of the cards. You've seen the same with the Cherry Casino deck, the chicken nuggets that are made to look just like Jerry's Nuggets. Something that you see kind of a lot, which I like that minimalistic tuck box. It looks really good. It's this like off-white color. It looks vintage. Like this definitely looks like a vintage deck of cards. Let's take a look. Nothing on the inside of the tuck flap, nothing on the inside of the box. Very, very simple. All right, the back of the cards look just like so. So this is actually really nice. It was a nice surprise. You have these super thin borders on the deck. I like that a lot. They're not too thin, but they're not as chunky as the tuck box makes them look. So that was kind of a nice surprise for me. All right, now given that these are printed by the Expert Playing Card Company, if you are familiar with the Dapper deck, which is my favorite deck from EPC. They don't feel like a standard Expert Playing Card deck. They're a little bit more snappy, and they don't have that like plasticky feel on them. They feel a little bit closer to a bicycle stock, but really, really nice. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like when you dribble new cards, especially like with Expert Playing Cards, they make like more of a snapping sound, and I like that so much. So that's the back design. Nothing overly fancy, but extremely minimal, very sexy. I like these a lot. Just based on the back design, I for sure would pick these up in every single color. All right, you are gonna get a somewhat custom Ace of Spades, but it's about as simple as you can get. It's just an enlarged spade pip. It says Glamour Nugget Gambling Hall on the inside in yellow and white. It's a really nice contrast it creates with the black pip. And then it says Downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. The rest of the cards are gonna be 100% standard. I love this. You guys have heard me say it before, and I'll say it 1,000 times. I'm gonna keep saying it. Standard face playing cards. The way to go. Some customization I really do like, and don't get me wrong, it's not like I only enjoy cards if they have standard faces. But the thing is, I perform a lot of card magic. And if I buy a deck, I like to be able to perform with that deck. And if that's the case, I prefer standard faces. A little bit of customization, especially with like metallic inks and coloration, is definitely not a huge deal to me. But if I had everything my way, standard everything, man. There's a reason why it's classic. There's a reason why it's classic. This, by the way, Stoke Cold Brew, so good, super good. If you're a representative from Stoke and you happen to be watching this, send me as much black, unsweetened cold brew as you can. I'll drink it all. All right, now with this deck, you're not gonna get any gaffs, but you are gonna get 2 jokers, and they are 100% identical and 100% casino standard looking. I absolutely love casino jokers because they're so simple. They usually say compliments of and then whatever casino they represent, and then they'll say Las Vegas, Nevada. Super simple. They're duplicates. They look really good, super clean, perfect for magic routines. All right, now as far as the handling, you can see that I have not broken this deck in at all yet. There's been no shuffling of any kind. So right out of the box, it's an expert playing card deck, so that means a couple of things. One, it means that they are gonna be a lot more stiff than USPCC decks. The reason that happens is it's just a different paper stock and a different finish. The cards are pretty stiff. Not super thick though, I'd say they're a little bit thicker than bicycles, but that's a good thickness, I think. In terms of handling, you can see right out of the box, they fan beautifully. The fan looks really, really good. Very, very even. You can always tell if you get that nice half circle in the middle. And it's perfectly round, look at that. You can spring the cards, help break them in. Depending on what you're using these cards for, too. I mean, if you're using them for poker or magic, I mean, you should be good to go pretty much right out of the box. You shuffle these a few times, loosen them up. The finish on them is really nice, too. It's very smooth. It's I don't think it's an air cushion, but it's kind of like a casino, kind of like if you've ever been to a casino and handled their cards, it's got that same stock, but then the finish on here is a little bit more smooth, and I like that. All right, so I have broken in the orange ones. So what we're gonna do is after, this will show you kind of after a few days of use. These are the cards that I've been using for the last couple of days. If you follow me on Instagram, I took a couple of pictures of this deck yesterday. So after like, I would say probably an accumulated maybe 12 hours of usage. The cards are a lot looser now, so they're not as stiff. They still fan well. Usually the problem with expert playing cards is that after you break them in, they stop fanning. That smooth finish kind of wears off. It really depends on the deck. I mean, with old expert playing cards, yes, I've had that same problem. But some of them, the more you use them, the better they get. So it's all a matter of taste as well, because for me, I don't do a lot of routines that involve fanning. That's more of just something I do if I'm flourishing. However, they still spread just fine. Now that I've kind of got some of that finish off and they're not as slippery, they're really, really easy to handle. So for things like double lifts, another question that people ask is, how do they faro? Not bad. I think there's one double up in there. That's fine. But overall, they weave together pretty easily. Not bad. Not a lot of complaints out of me. For everyday performance, these cards are awesome. I have a feeling that they are going to last me a long time. Again, they feel just like the Dapper deck, which I mentioned in my top 5 favorite decks of cards video. I believe they were number 5. But if you are familiar with that deck, that's exactly what they feel like, and that deck handles great. So do these. And those cards last a really long time too, as long as you take care of them. So anyway, guys, that is pretty much your look at the Glamour Nugget Gambling Hall playing cards by Expert Playing Card Company. Highly recommend picking some of these up for sure. To answer just that final question of would I use these in performance, if you can't tell by now, I absolutely would use these in performance. In fact, I performed with them yesterday. Did a small bit of card magic yesterday and had no problem with these cards. They're not overly distracting. They're very simple. Anybody would believe that you just picked these up from a gift shop at a casino in Vegas. And if you want to get a better look at the handling, I'll insert a quick clip. I've never shot a video here before, so I was testing out where I should be shooting, and I'll insert some of the test footage into this video so you can see kind of a little bit better how these cards handle. So let's roll that now. Well guys, that was pretty much it for today's video. As always, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment any deck you would like me to review just for you. I still do have a lot of footage that I want to get, a lot of decks I want to review, and just a lot of things that I'm working on that I am excited to share. So make sure you stay tuned this weekend, and if you so choose, please enable those notifications so you can see the next one right away. Peace.